yeah. Hey, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a doozy. We got a doozy on our hands. Share this link right now. Let everyone know Clownvis to the Rescue is live. Share it across your social media. It's a big night. Eddie Spaghetti is in the house. Squeeb's in the house too. And I'm in the house. All right, let's get into it, gang. It's time to get into it. I could wait all night. What's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no? All right, here we go. I'm gonna ask my man Paul Stanley. Take it away.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Vulture stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is vultures in your cup.
Wow.
Ron and Jay, the Duke of the Wicked, what happened to the Insane Clown Posse? And you're watching Clownvis to the Rescue! I thought you knew! Woo woo!
Oh, here we go. Yeah! All right, we're live. Settle down, it's time to get crazy with me. I'm Clownvis. Clownvis to the rescue. Hey, thanks for coming tonight on night 165. The show's kicking ass, you bet we're still alive. It's Clownvis. Clownvis to the rescue. I know it's Sunday night, and that's a drag for some of you, but check it out, Clownvis to the rescue is on Sundays. So that makes something to be said for a Sunday night, and if you think about it, what's not to like about a Sunday? Right here on Clownvis to the rescue. It's all good, it's all in fun, so get in the pit and try to love someone. Ball with the ball, bang it dang, diggy diggy diggy, set the boogie. Hop, hop, ya boogie, it's Clownvis, that's me, and I am here to rescue you. Bahiga, Botswana. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. What a good audience. Thank you. We do have a big show tonight. I feel ya. We are all together tonight. Sunday night. We're all in the pit trying to love someone. I see in the comments some of you guys say it's been a long weekend. It's been a hard weekend. I get it. All right? I'm a fan of the weekends, but I know that they can sometimes come with a certain amount of stress. That is why we specifically put this show on a Sunday night as a little Sunday night scoop. Whether you consider this a nice way to coast on out of the week, or whether you consider this a good way to set yourself up for the great week ahead. Sunday nights, Clownvis to the rescue, YouTube.com. I don't got to sell it to you guys. You're already watching. I don't got to give you that spiel, all right? That's what I tell them when they're checking me out at CVS. That's what I tell them. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a very, very big show tonight. I'm so excited about this. Joining me in just a little bit live right here on the show, the one and the only Eddie Spaghetti. That's right, frontman of the Supersuckers, the greatest rock and roll band in the world. And there's a lot of bands out there. You gotta believe me. There are so many bands out there, and the Supersuckers are hands down the greatest one. That's undisputed. I haven't read a Guinness Book of World Records since the 1980s, but I can only assume if you picked one up, if they still make the goddamn things, that it's going to say first page, greatest rock and roll band in the world, Supersuckers. And on the show tonight, the singer, the bass player, the man who's made it all happen, Eddie Spaghetti. So excited to talk to him. Before we get into that, there's a couple things I want to tell you about. The show in St. Louis that is happening on July 30th, 2021 at a joint called the Red Flag. Now, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about this. My first show back, my first official return to the stage. And there's a couple updates I want to let you guys know. We've added a couple amazing things to the show that you guys are going to be excited about. First off, check this out. MCing the night, hosting all night long, letting people know what's going on, what's happening, what can be done with the night to maximize the experience. Your host for the night, coming all the way from New Orleans, my good friend, Lola Vanilla. Lola Vanilla will be the best MC you've ever seen. She's the best. She's the best around. Thank you very much. Yes, that show is July 30th in St. Louis at Red Flag. We're all so excited about it. And one more big announcement that we are adding to the show. I'm trying to make this show as fun for everyone as possible. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you will be so excited to hear this. If you're coming to the show in St. Louis, July 30th at Red Flag, if you don't got your tickets yet, you should. RedFlagSTL.com. VIP tickets sold out. The morning they went on sale, VIP tickets sold out, all right? Plenty of general admission. It's a big place. We can fit you all in. But you're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, because joining me on stage the entire night, my man, the one, the only, DJ Squeeb!
Clownvis, what's up, doggy?
Squeeb, man, how are you, bud? You're gonna be my DJ. What do you think?
Oh, man, I can't wait, Clownvis. Check it out, dude. I got my headphones on, and I'm ready to be a DJ.
Oh, that's great, man. Now, have you ever been a DJ before? Have you done it?
No.
Oh, I thought you had some kind of experience DJing.
Well, I plan on watching a couple YouTube videos to kind of get my footing, and then after that, I'm just gonna figure it out and do it, and I promise you, Clownvis, that by July 30th at your show in St. Louis, I will be the best DJ on the planet.
You know what? That's how you get things done. I trust you, Squeeb. I love you.
Yeah, dude, I am so excited. And hey, enough about me right now. Let's talk about the fact that Eddie Spaghetti from the Supersuckers is coming on the show tonight.
I am very excited. Eddie Spaghetti joining us in mere moments.
Dude, I've been a fan my whole alien life of the Supersuckers, so tonight is extra special for me.
Well, I am right there with you, Squeeb. Let's not waste any time, all right?
Yeah, dude, let's get into it. Rock and roll!
Well, Squeeb's in a good mood, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how exciting is that? I was up all night with Squeeb last night. We were talking about ideas and things. He says, Clownvis, let me be the DJ. I said, point blank, Squeeb, I'm not going to pay you. Okay? That's what it comes down to. I was bitching to him about all the people I had to hire to put this show on. He says, Clownvis, let me be the DJ. I said, I'm not going to pay you. He says, that's fine. I'm not even a DJ. I said, we got a deal. So Squeeb will be the DJ live on stage with me July 30th in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's take a look one more time at that. My gosh, it's exciting. Very exciting. I don't want to go on stage without Squeeb. You know what I mean? And also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this. This is the last night. Midnight tonight, the pre-sale of these t-shirts ends. All right? Now look at these. Take a good look. Take a good look. Look at these shirts. Quality stuff. I'm talking about ladies' cut tees, premium tees, tank tops, kids, toddlers, whatever. Available just until midnight tonight. Go to Clownvis, totherescue.com. Get your pre-order in. As soon as the sale wraps at midnight, these things go into production. They put all the information together. The shop starts making them. And, within a reasonable amount of time, they are shipped to you. And these are wonderful shirts. I'm going to show you one more time. Midnight tonight. Get while the getting's good. Let's check in real quick with Brainina, 95, our robot gal that keeps us safe. Brainina, can you hear me? Brainina!
Hello, Clownvis!
Hey, Brainina, how are you doing? How
are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm excited. How's things looking? How's the radar looking? Anything in danger? Are we in danger?
Everything looks chill as hell.
Chill as hell?
Yeah, chill as hell.
Well, that's the way we want things to be, right? That's how we want things to be.
That's good news.
Well, look, Brainina, we got Eddie Spaghetti on the show tonight. I got to move things
I love spaghetti.
No, I said Eddie Spaghetti from the Supersuckers is on the show.
I know, but I still love spaghetti. I'm hungry.
Okay, Brainina, you go eat some noodles and enjoy yourself, all right?
Okie dokie. Brainina 95.
Wow. Thank you, Brainina. Thank you, Squeeb. Ladies and gentlemen, like I've said a few times on the show tonight, one of my favorite rock and rollers in the world. I'm talking about Eddie Spaghetti. Now, the Supersuckers, if you haven't heard of them, you've been living under a rock. You need to pull your head out your rear and look around once in a while, all right? Because the Supersuckers have been doing their thing for longer than you've been doing your thing, all right? And I know that's a generalization that I shouldn't make, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet on that. So much I believe in the Supersuckers, all right? Now, I have had the pleasure and the honor of going on tour with these guys, getting to know them. Before I ever knew them, I was a fan for years, man. I love the Supersuckers. So tonight, I can't say how excited I am to have on the show Eddie Spaghetti, front man, the heart and soul of the world's greatest rock and roll band. Let's take a quick look at one of their music videos, one of their many videos. This came out last year, and God, I just love this video. It came out in 2020. It's called Already Dead. We're going to watch a little bit of it, then we're going to go live with Eddie Spaghetti.
Everything happens for a reason. Such a stupid thing to say. I don't attack what you believe in, or ask about the price you had to pay. I can't remember when it happened. I know I used to be
gentlemen, here he is, live with us now, the one, the only, Eddie Spaghetti. He's here.
Yeah.
Eddie, what's up, my man?
How you doing, Clownvis? Good to see you, brother.
Ah, thanks, man. Good to see you, buddy. Real good here. And how about yourself?
Excellent. I'm just sitting here kicking back, sucking down these Topo Chico fizzy waters. My whole performance tonight will be brought to you by the good people at Topo Chico.
Yeah,
There
and
you
I
go.
have to apologize right off the bat, Eddie. They actually contacted me before this, and I was supposed to say that, and I'm sure, I don't know if I'll get fined, but I'm sure I'm going to hear it because I was supposed to set this whole thing up with Topo Chico, and
Mine's probably coming your way, but
I
help
apologize.
you
They're a
with
great. They're a great company, and they've taken care of the Supersuckers for years.
indeed, yes.
Man,
Look at this. They even gave me a T-shirt to wear.
that's the thing. When you're sponsored and you get the wardrobe, and it's a product that you can believe in, that's when you can sleep. That's when you can sleep at night.
Yes, the quarantine has brought me very, very close to the fizzy water. I love it so much. Look.
Uh,
Mm.
you make it look good.
Oh, it's so refreshing.
Oh man, well I'm glad to hear you're getting paid from somebody. That's great news, man. So obviously, the last year we all got kind of held up. Clownvis and the Supersuckers had some dates canceled right off the bat last summer.
We did.
And it looks like now Supersuckers are getting back into action. You're doing some stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, we just had our very first show the day before yesterday. On Friday, we went down to Texas and we played a sort of a festival sort of a thing. So, dip your toes in the water sort of experience. And it was great. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun it was to hang out with the guys in the band again and just get out there and play some rock and roll. I mean, it felt incredible. And it was, I didn't care if there was 5 people there instead of 5,000 or whatever. I didn't give a crap at all how many people were there. It was just about us and getting back on a stage again.
Yeah, I'm getting back in July. I'm going to do a show, but I'm not hitting the road anytime soon. Not until probably next year. But
yeah, we're not going to hit it really until October. I guess is when we're going to get back on the road. And that's just a sort of like before, like I said, it's a dip your toes in. It's like 2 weeks. Where we're used to going out for a couple months at a time at least.
Well, yeah.
So,
when everything got shut down last year, you guys had just started. What was it, like 3 months overseas or something? Correct?
Yeah. We had just started. We were on our way down to Greece, and we had tunnel vision for getting to Greece because we had never been there before. So we really wanted to get there. So we were ignoring all the warning signs and just keeping on going further and further away from where we needed to actually get out of Europe from, and we wound up in a bit of a pickle.
Right.
So,
I remember watching
we
you
learned the
guys.
lesson.
Watching you guys. You and Chris and Marty all trying to escape from Europe, trying to get back. And I mean, the airlines shut down. People weren't allowed to fly. You guys were in Italy, or you were in one of these main spots that things were really shutting down and happening in before it even happened over here. And you almost got stuck, right? You almost didn't get to come back.
We did. When we realized it was time to bail on the tour and turn around and just call it, we were about 5 countries away from Holland, which is where we needed to go to get out. That's where we keep our gear, and that's where we had to return the van, and that's where our plane tickets were out of Amsterdam. So we had to get back to Holland, and we had to cross. We were all the way down. I think we were where were we, Bulgaria or something like that. We were really far. We were almost all the way to Greece, and we had to go through 5 borders in like a day or whatever. And you could just kind of hear them shutting behind us, as we were making our way through them. And it was so stressful. We were like, oh my God, we're going to be stuck in Europe for however long this pandemic lasts, which at the time we were thinking would be a few weeks.
Couple
we
weeks.
thought, well, we'll go home for a couple weeks when we'll come back.
Right.
16 months later, here we are.
Yeah. Well, the Supersuckers have been going for forever. You could put a date on it.
Yeah.
You could say, 88, 89 you started? But
Yeah,
why even
88.
bother with dates when you're talking that far? That's like, who cares when Jesse James actually lived? It's from the old days. It's always been there.
When you start a sentence with "this happened in 19," you just might as well say 19 boobity boo, because
Right.
people check out as soon as you say it happened in the 1900s. It's a long time ago.
Right.
So we started the band in the 1900s.
Yeah, and you guys have been going strong, never held up. Obviously, things aren't easy out there. You had a battle with cancer a couple years ago, and
Yeah.
I mean that looked pretty serious, right?
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. It was in my throat, so I had ran the risk of never even being able to talk again, much less sing. So yeah, I got really lucky. I got really good care, and a lot of a lot of good things happened out of it. Much like the pandemic, every time something really shitty happens, there's good that comes out of it. So
Right.
there was the cancer thing was cool because it was kind of like dying without actually dying. Like you got to hear all these good things about you. Oh, Eddie, what a great guy he is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really love him so much. So
Now everybody
all these
thinks you're a
people-
son of a bitch because you stuck around.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now he's back to being the asshole we always knew he was. But yeah, it was kind of nice to hear the outpouring of support that I got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
it
was real cool.
certainly puts everything in perspective. When we were on tour together, probably the third or fourth day, I didn't know you guys well yet, and I was backstage, and I came in, I sat down, and your guitar player, Metal Marty, as I sat down, I just kind of made a grunt, just kind of sat down like I do sometimes, and Marty swings around from the fridge. He goes, "You're pretty young to be making them old man noises." I go, I do all, I'll do all the driving. It's been a couple long days. Driving's not hard, man. You're sitting there the whole time. Eddie Spaghetti had cancer. Now that's hard. Do you see him making noises when he walks into a room and sits on a couch? It was a good.
It's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, but it was a good lesson in perspective that I think about every time I grunt as I sit down now.
Yeah, just think, Eddie went through cancer, man. Grunt
Yeah,
mowing the lawn.
Man, and so, hey, man, not only are the Supersuckers keeping busy like always, you got a new project, Eddie Spaghetti and Frank Meyer, right?
Yeah, that's new. That's not even out yet. I think that'll come out in October. But I just finished it, and I'm actually proud of it. I didn't start out being that committed to it. It was just sort of something to do. It was like this friend of mine, Frank, he's in a band called the Streetwalking Cheetahs.
Sure,
and I've known him since the 1900s. And he's just been a friend, and he has, a little home recording studio, and him and I kind of started swapping emails and, making up songs over the internet. And next thing you know, we got, 10 songs, and we're ready to put out a record. And, it actually came out real cool. I hope you check it out. I sent you a link of it today, and
certainly will.
Let me know what you think.
I will, man, because musically you're all over the board musically, and you always have been, which is why the Supersuckers stand out from a lot of bands that they crank out the same album over and over again. From the early days, I mean, you guys were on Sub Pop, putting out rock records, and then you decided to do this crazy country record, which was one of my all-time favorite. I love that album. Must have been high,
Right.
and you've continued throughout your career to just dance between heavy metal, punk rock, country music. You guys fit in everywhere. I don't hesitate to call it a perfect rock and roll hybrid is what you guys do.
That's right. We celebrate all things rock and roll, whether it's with an acoustic guitar, like I have here right now, or the electric bass. Whatever it takes to get the message out there that this music is good, it's valid. It's whenever you see the Supersuckers name somewhere, go inside and you'll find some hardworking rock and rollers in there at your disposal.
I can back that up 100%. Eddie, do you want to play a song for us, man?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm
Play
going
a
to give
ditty
you the
for
full
you.
screen. Look at this guy.
Oh, here we go. All right, I'm gonna play this. It's a popular song of ours. She's got a man on the side. Yeah, she's with him today, and I probably won't die. but it sure feels that way. And I used to be strong. I used to be tough. And she used to be pretty, but now she's just pretty fucked up. Yeah, pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up now. And she used to be pretty, but now she's just pretty fucked up. Now I know people change. Sometimes that's good, and some people don't. And maybe they should. But right now that don't help me. I might just throw up, 'cause it sure does feel shitty when things just get pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up. Yeah, pretty fucked up now. And she used to be pretty, but now she's just pretty fucked up. Oh, here's a big rock solo part here.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Now a long time ago, I made her feel this way, and I begged her forgiveness. Yeah, I begged her to stay, and she said that she loved me. It made me feel good. Oh, it made me feel giddy. But now I feel pretty fucked up. Yeah, pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up now. Oh, she used to be pretty, but now she's just pretty fucked up. Yeah, she used to be pretty, but now she's just pretty fucked up. Oh, pretty fucked up. Yeah, pretty fucked up. Cha Cha Cha, brought to you by Topo Chico. Refreshing
Topo
sparkling
Chico! That's what you get when you drink a quality product like Topo Chico. Eddie,
That's
it sounds
right.
great, man. Now, you've been doing,
thank you.
all this year, you were doing, you were calling them rent parties on your Instagram, where
Yeah.
you put up the virtual tip jar and you take requests. And man, I watched you do that a few times, and I love it, man. I love the storytelling behind it. That's something you don't get to probably do at a lot of live Supersucker shows, but you really do have a lot of story behind each song, don't you?
Yeah, and that's something that I got turned on to through the pandemic. You know, it was just I was sitting at home. I'm like, I got to do something. I gotta put something out there somehow. I gotta get the word out and keep the word out. And I came up with this virtual tip jar thing, and I started doing like these little stories behind the songs on Instagram. And I think I went through just about every single song I ever made up, almost.
Yeah.
I think I did so far I've done like 170 something of these things. And I only repeated a couple songs. So it's pretty good. But then I do these rent parties at the end of each month because, rent is due.
Right.
And it's been a really fun way for me to spend like an hour and a half, whatever, with people and answer questions live and, take requests. And lately I've been playing full albums. And I think at the end of this month, I'm going to dive into a record called The Evil Powers of Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
That'll be the end of June's rent party. Will feature The Evil Powers of Rock and Roll. I'm announcing that here on Clownvis's show for the very
Wow,
first
a big
time.
an exclusive. I need a
An
button that
exclusive.
goes, Clownvis exclusive. Where can we?
That's right.
Your Instagram is at Eddie.
At Eddie's or at Spaghetti666, and
at
then
Spaghetti
it's also
666.
it's also on the Facebook, which is just Eddie Spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, us older guys figuring out that this technology, it's that easy. Sometimes you can just switch it on and go live and connect to people. That's how this show started. We got a little fancy along the way because we're so into it. We love it. But it is just
Yeah,
that
I like
simple
all
as
your production is nice. You got Squeeb, you got the Bernina
thanks.
95, you got cast of characters. Although I would suggest maybe Squeeb needs some subtitles.
He's a little hard to understand sometimes. Yeah.
He is a little hard, especially for an old guy with hearing difficulties, such as myself.
But the bottom line is he's not saying anything. You're not missing anything if you don't understand him. he's just here for his good looks.
Yeah, he does look good for sure.
Well, man, Eddie, I'm so excited to see you out there on the road again. And listen, I want to push the last Supersuckers album that came out because I love it. Play that rock and roll. You recorded that at Willie Nelson's house. Is that true?
Willie Nelson's recording studio, Pedernales. It's opened back up again. We actually recorded some of Must Have Been High there back in the 1900s when we first made that first country record. And we actually got to work with Willie then. And he didn't come around for this record, although there was a rumor that he might show up for a minute, but he didn't make it. So it's always a thrill anytime you get to be around Willie.
I mean, boy, I can only imagine. And you guys have been blessed to have some interactions with Willie. If you're watching this, ladies and gentlemen, I won't show it on the show here. Go to YouTube and the Supersuckers backing up Willie Nelson on Letterman.
On Leno.
Leno. It should have been Letterman. But man, what an amazing piece of what an amazing memory to have, huh? That's got to be a mind blower.
Oh my God, it's one of the greatest things I've ever got to do, and the story of it is so great too. When we got there to do the show, we load in our gear, and you set up, and the drums have to be behind like this plexiglass, right? And you can't really see that on the TV, or you don't notice it, but the drums are behind plexiglass, so everything's real quiet, and it's real different than playing like a live rock show, especially for us. We were pretty young at the time. This is back in the 1900s. And so we go in, we sound check with Willie. And before we get there, I should preface this by saying, I told myself a million times, do not smoke pot with Willie Nelson. Do not smoke pot with Willie Nelson. And do not smoke pot with Willie Nelson. Just don't do it. And so we do the sound check, and it just goes horribly, just terrible. I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse. And I was thinking, okay, we'll run through it again. We'll get it right. Willie starts taking off his guitar, and he's like, hey, Eddie, let's go burn one. I was like, okay. It took me like less than 1 second to totally go back on my entire plan. So we go on the bus with Willie, and I'm sitting there, and we're smoking these left-handed cigarettes. And I completely forgot what we were there to do. Right. Just lost track. I'm just hanging out on the bus with Willie Nelson, just, loving all the stories that he's telling, and just, kicking back there, getting on Willie's wavelength. And so there's a knock on the door, and they're like, Mr. Nelson, it's time to go. And I was like, what time to go? Oh, right. I forgot. We're here to do the Tonight Show. Yeah, and it's like in front of like millions of people, that they keep driving that point home. Remember, millions of people will be watching this.
Not to psych you out or anything.
And so I'm just completely incapacitated while we go and do the performance. And when we did it, it was great. Flawless even. Like,
so good.
It went so well. And I guess maybe I needed just to get on his wavelength. I don't know.
It probably didn't hurt. Yeah. I've watched endless Willie videos, and that one in particular, I mean, you guys are balls to the wall maniacs behind him, and he's keeping up with you. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you never get to see him like that. You've seen him get a little jazzy, a little, pick it up a little bit, but never with just rock and roll maniacs behind him. It's really a great piece of video.
It's great. It was super fun to do. And I he was either messing with us at sound check, or something happened and him and I getting on the same page was necessary.
I believe it.
I don't know.
I believe it.
So that story brought to you
believe it.
by Topo Chico.
Topo Chico. We'll give him one more plug because, like I said, I'm probably in trouble for not giving him all the cred for getting you here. You know, Eddie, what I thought was weird. I mean, I consider you a pal. You know, we're buddies now. I got your number. We've been on the road together. Why do I have to call Topo Chico just to talk to you?
Well, you know, it's part of my arrangement with them. You know,
They're not
they're
for as good as the water is. The PR department there is they're a little rough. I don't know if, you know, maybe that's good for the artist, but for me that's a hell of a wall to bust down to get Eddie Spaghetti on the show. But hey,
yeah,
I'm saying the Topo Chico is an excellent product, and anybody out there that is thirsty, do yourself a favor, be like Eddie Spaghetti and drink Topo Chico.
That's right. You got to be like Eddie.
Eddie, I can't say enough good things about you. There's so many. I have a million things written down that I would love to talk about, but we can't get to them all. Your Thin Lizzy story that you told. Hey, this is what I want to mention because I've been singing this song since and then I'll let you go after this. I've been singing this song since I realized on one of your rent parties that I put this connection together. That psyched out song from Basketball, that's the Supersuckers.
Yeah, that is.
I had that. There's a movie the South Park guys put out called Basketball. Man, we had that VHS and we would watch it all the time. And it didn't put that together until just a couple of weeks ago when you sang that song on your rent party. And boy, I'm like, yes. And I've been singing it ever since. I love that song.
Yeah, that came out real good. That was a kind of a fun thing that we got to do. Like they actually gave us the script and had us pick some sort of element of the movie to write about. And I chose the psych out. There's a category in the scoreboard of the game basketball that they play in that movie. It's called the psych out. And
right.
I just sort of honed in on that and, you know, wrote a song completely from scratch about it. So, it's a cool song. It's super hard to sing though. I don't know why I was able to do it at the time, but now when we try to do it live, I'm like wiped out after we play that song.
Well, it's a cool credit, man. Which of you have millions and millions of cool credits, Eddie? You've been doing it so long. I hope you hear it enough. How much people like me look up to you. Other artists should look up to you. In the world of rock and roll, I don't think there's any band that comes close to having the legacy and putting in the hard work in a cool way with nothing to be ashamed of than the Supersuckers. You guys are honestly one of the best bands out there, and you call yourself the greatest rock and roll band in the world. If anybody wants to debate that, I'll fight them. I'll fight with them.
Me too. Put them up. I feel like we're as good as any band has ever been. I feel like, you know, we're making our records now that we've made. The last 4 records that we've made are as good as any of our first 4 records that we made. And bands just don't do that. You know, bands don't get better with age usually. Like
with the lineup,
it's a weird
lineup
thing.
now, with your current lineup with Metal Marty and Chris on drums, you would think you're some kind of baseball manager that can like farm these guys out of nowhere. I mean, these are full-fledged arena rock star players, without a doubt. I mean, Supersuckers as a trio, your current lineup, these guys are home run hitters. You're not a bar band that found a guy that can play the songs. They're superstars. Right. You're a lineup of 3 superstars right now, and that's something to be proud of.
Indeed, it's better, and we get along better than I've ever had a group. You know, I've been in a lot of configurations of the band, and you know, there's always some sort of tension. You know, someone's ego is getting hurt, or someone's pride is being stepped on, and there's none of that in this group of people. No. There's nothing I can't say to them. There's no off limits subject, and there's no one's so fragile that you can't tell them when something's not working, and that's right. A real rare quality, I guess.
Yeah, they're good guys. You're all on the same wavelength. It's good.
I personally feel like we're as good as the Foo Fighters. We're as good as U2. We're as good as any real big popular band out there.
That's the thing. I mean, when that's the sad truth of it is now that when you say, "Well, rock isn't dead," there's Foo Fighters and U2. It's like, no, that's a problem. I mean, like like why is the Foo Fighters the ones that the only torch carriers when there's literally the Supersuckers who have done it better than anyone in the last 2 decades, I'd say. So,
right,
Eddie, you
not that there's
gotta
anything wrong with the Foo Fighters, but they're not as good as the Supersuckers.
Of course, and I mean the simplicity of good songwriting. You guys make it look so easy. You can watch you guys for the first time and be a fan. I truly believe that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if Supersuckers come to your town, do yourself a favor. You gotta go see them live. I assume it's supersuckers.com that they find tour dates and stuff.
Yeah, just make sure you get that last S on there, or who knows what you're going to get in your computer.
Yeah, I went to supersucker.com last night and was there for hours, man. It ended up being better than I thought. But, Eddie, I love you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. Check out the Supersuckers, everything they got going. Follow Eddie online. Watch his rent parties. Go see him when they're in town. Eddie, thanks for making time for us tonight. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Clownvis. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. The one, the only, Eddie Spaghetti. Hey, man, can you play us one more song on the way out?
Sure.
Give us one more song on the way out.
I'll give you a classic.
Yeah.
I'd rather choose my soul to lose than leave around just one confused and loose desire. Don't know if I'll ever learn. Can't wait till I get my turn to burn in the eternal hellfire. I'm waiting for my last ride while the bugle of my backside blows the blues in me. Hope I don't run out of gas at my sacrilegious house. Ain't nothing out there that scares me or squeams. Oh yeah, and I'm in league with Satan, and there can be no debating my hellbound trail. I was born with a tail. I'm evil and I run free. There's molten leather in me. Let's get the hell. Got the goods, brother, bring it on. My mother done brought me up wrong, and you can use my dick for a walking stick as well. I don't know what that means. I just think it's funny. Oh,
I get it.
And I'm in league with Satan, and there can be no debate on my hellbound trail. I was born with a tail. I'm on a hellbound trail, born with a tail. All right, come on, here's a rock song. Break it down now. All right, it's time to fly the finger. That middle digit brings your point in and drive it home. Oh, yeah. On my head, there's no crown of thorns. This evil scout is in this home. I'm gonna hop on top of your mom before I go. Oh, I do know what that means. And that too is funny. Yeah, I'm in league with Satan. And there can be no debate in my hellbound trail. I was born with a tail. I'm on a hellbound trail. Born with a tail. That's right now. Good night now, everybody. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Clownvis.
Thanks, Eddie.
Cha-cha-cha. All right.
Topo Chico, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Eddie Spaghetti. What a pleasure it is to talk with you on the show. Thanks, Eddie. And tell Topo Chico I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, that was fun. I am so excited. How much time we got left? There's a couple things I want to squeeze into this show. But my gosh, how about that Eddie Spaghetti, ladies and gentlemen? He's just the best out there. Do yourself a favor. Check out Supersuckers when they come to your town. Eddie Spaghetti on Instagram for those rent parties he does. It's that good. It's that fun. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do something right now that I got to take care of because there was a contest we ran a couple weeks ago. That contest was to win my cup, and I inadvertently ended up giving a lot of stuff away. And I want to do something on the air right now while we're together. Let me just pull it up here real quick because it's something we don't always do. Oh, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's called... Come on, where's it at? Croc Talk. Croc Talk. Croc Talk with Clownvis. Croc Talk. Croc Talk with Clownvis. Who wants a little Croc Talk? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited because we had such a good time the other night on our raffle. And we had a couple Croc winners. Let me make sure I get everybody's name right. What I want to do right now during this segment is just make sure that I sign the Crocs. We have them ordered. They are in the studio with us right now. First off, Jonathan. The one, the only, John Sims. These are John's. He got yellow. John said he's never worn Crocs before. He was excited to win. I was actually going to get him a more neutral color. But ladies and gentlemen, the Crocs are all sold out right now. If you go to buy the most current Croc, chances are if you got a regular ass size, they're sold out. That's at crocs.com. That's at amazon.com. That's at Dick's Sporting Goods, anywhere. All right? So I was going to, John. I got the email. You said, I've never worn Crocs. I've been hesitant. I said, I'm going to buy him a black pair. I'm going to buy him a chill pair. All sold out. So you got yellow, but yellow's not bad because guess who else wears yellow Crocs? I do. All right, John, let me sign these for you here just so you have them. And this will prove that they were signed by me and not some kind of fake Clownvis. Oh, here we go. And these just get the name. I don't write your name. I just write Clownvis, so you are fully able to sell them on eBay if that's what you want to do. Don't mean nothing to me. I prefer that you wear them because they're comfortable. There you go, John. Clownvis 2021. John's Crocs in the bag. Then we also have Galeski Crocs. Galeski gets the cobalt blue Crocs, all right? Galeski requested the cobalt blue. I was able to accommodate. Same thing. Clownvis signature right here for Galeski. I gotta say, I love the way Sharpies write on Crocs. I could sign these things all day. There you go. So, with this being done, with this simple act, signing both these Crocs, absolutely, I'm going through the list here, absolutely everything is packed up and ready to be mailed out tomorrow. These Crocs will be packaged tonight after the show and mailed out tomorrow. And that is Gina Parker is getting a package. Ken Treadway, you have a $25 credit that I will contact you about. Sorry, I haven't if I haven't, or maybe I did. John gets the Crocs. Galeski gets the Crocs. Yvette, your t-shirt is on order. And Harold Dufresne is getting a hat. Wow. And the 2 cups. Helen and my man Chris Perry win the cups. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you just quickly hemorrhage all the money you made in a raffle. That's what I did there. I had a raffle, and then I hemorrhaged all the money. But that's okay because it set me up for this segment, which is called Croc Talk.
Croc Talk with Clownvis. Croc Talk with Clownvis.
Hi, I'm Clownvis. What a pleasure. I'm going to tell you guys one more time that the big, I'm saying it's big because this is my favorite shirt we've ever made. These Clownvis to the rescue. How the hell do you say it? Clownvis to the rescue. These Clownvis to the rescue cast t-shirts. This pre-order ends at midnight Central Time tonight. That is 2 hours and 7 minutes away from now. 2 hours and 7 minutes to go to clownvistotherescue.com and get your pre-order in. Ladies cut t-shirts, premium ass t-shirts, tank tops for those hot summer nights that Meatloaf is always singing about. It was a hot summer night and the beach was falling. There was wildfire and nobody fly. 2 hours and 6 minutes now, all right? You want me to sit around here and sing Meatloaf songs until it's midnight and we can't get these anymore? I'll do it! 'Cause 2 out of 3 ain't paid. Now don't be sad, 'cause objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are, and I would do anything for love, and you know it's true, and that's a fact. Bow, bow. 2 hours, 5 minutes. How much time you guys got? You got 2 hours and 5 minutes to go to clownvistotherescue.com and pre-order that t-shirt. Thank you. And also, I'm reminding you one more time about that St. Louis show. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the fun doesn't stop at me announcing that my good friend and longtime stage partner, pal, done a million shows with this gal, Lola Vanella. She's going to be our MC for the night, all right? When the show starts, Lola Vanella. Band plays Lola. Band plays Lola. She's going to be there to guide us all through the night. And like I said, DJ Squeeb will be live in the house. You guys will see Squeeb in person with your eyes. Is he a hologram? Is he fake? Is he pre-recorded? People are always talking like weird little miniature munchkin rodents, small animals. Chop, 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 chop. Is Squeeb real? Chop, chop, chop. Is he a hologram? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Digging holes, making fluffy nests out of cotton. He's real. I'll touch him. I touch him every day. And he's going to be there in St. Louis on July 30th. And hey, what I'm telling you guys is that's not all. As that date gets closer, I will be announcing so many more reasons for you to be at that show. And if you're coming into St. Louis from a different town, we're working on putting a little something together completely different from a show. But we're working on putting something together the next day. So if you're interested in doing anything Clownvis-oriented the next day, I believe on the next day, whatever the hell that would be, 31st or the 1st, I don't know how many days are in that month. But I think there'll be something else going on that's really, if we put together, I shouldn't talk about it because it's not put together yet, but if we put together what we want to put together, it's going to be amazing. Now, here's something a little morbid. As I said that, I had a flashback. One time a guy said to me, if everything goes as planned, by so-and-so date, I'm going to be in Panama, and I'm going to own a brothel, a hotel. That's what he told me. And then, the guy disappeared, right? Missing persons. Gone. In the paper. He was a local guy. People knew him. And he disappeared. Left a wife, left a house, left his truck. And then, for months, not a trace of this guy. I'm thinking, I know where he is. He's in Panama running a brothel. He told me. But ladies and gentlemen, and this is, I maybe should give a trigger warning or a graphic warning. This is a graphic warning. A couple months later, they found his head in Illinois. So I don't know. And why am I telling you this morbid story? Because the way I just set that up, I said, if everything goes as planned, we're going to have something really special for you guys that Saturday. Now, this guy I knew told me, if everything goes as planned, and maybe he should have just shut the hell up and done what he wanted to do. And maybe he jinxed himself by telling me his plan, and then he got his head cut off. I don't know how or why. I don't know nothing about it, all right? The guy was shady in a lot of ways. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to jinx myself. Sometimes I get a little antsy. I want to tell you guys what I'm working on. You guys, if I opened up my books to you and showed you what I was working on, you guys would get on my shoulders and I would carry you around like some kind of cartoon or something, just for fun, like I was a gorilla or something. It would be like that kind of vibe. Clownvis has so much that he's working on, that he wants to share with us. He's like a big monkey carrying us around for fun. Donkey Kong or something. That's me. That's you. So yeah, do I sometimes spill the beans on things I'm working on a little before or tease you when I don't need to? Yes. Do I jinx myself and assume that my head might get cut off? No. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we have such a big show. We got this show. This show could stretch out for days, but we cannot do that tonight. I got a couple things I got to do, but we will have an excellent show on Wednesday. The next Wednesday is the next show. We will have a huge. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, but on next Wednesday, we'll have a huge return of fun fan art. Fun fan art coming back next Wednesday. I don't got to keep that to myself. Ain't no reason to cut my head off because I want to do fun fan art on Wednesday. We got some mind-blowing fun fan art in the bag. In the bag. All right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get to something right here that is pretty much a doozy. And you're a daisy if you do get this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Flavor Flav Shout-Out. Shouty Wowdy. Come on, baby. Yep. Holy macaroni! Ladies and gentlemen, shout-outs. What a pleasure and a treat it is to do the shout-outs every night. Here we go. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for shout-outs. If you want to make a shout-out on the next live show, that would be Wednesday night. All you got to do is send a $5 or more donation to Venmo at Clownvis or PayPal Clownvis to the rescue at gmail.com. We're going to make all your shout-out dreams come true. First shout-out's always a doozy, so why not get into it? From Bonzo Branzino, shout out to Clownvis. I'm sorry I pooped in your shower. There's absolutely no way that you pooped in my shower. But thank you for apologizing. You're forgiven. Bonzo Branzino wants to give a shout out to Max Sabbath. They were great the other night, huh? He says, I don't know what kind of drugs they have in their galaxy, but can I get some burgers and bacon? Now I'm hungry. Hey, Pete Garcia. What's up, Pete? Hey, Clownvis, my shout out tonight goes to Yvette Shields, Kate Cougar Mellencamp, Bonzo Branzino, Harold Dufresne, Galeski, and everyone else in the unofficial Clownvis Mafia for making me feel welcomed in the group. And as always, to you, Clownvis, for bringing the live entertainment to us. Can't wait to see you at a show. Love, Pete Garcia. Thank you, Pete, my man. Ooh, a double dip from Pete. Hey, Clownvis, I also wanted to give a big shout out to little Erin for that awesome Clownvis to the Rescue song she made for your show. Peace and love, Pete Garcia. I will second that emotion. Pete is talking about the opening song that you guys hear now during the opening credits. That is little Erin, who I'm a big fan of. Make sure you're following little Erin. She's in the comments right here. I see her. Little Erin's World. Follow her on Instagram. Erin, drop your Instagram in there. Great singer, great performer. From Bridget to Marty Koenig. Listen to this. This is a good one. Back in 1973, I picked up a hitchhiker. We have now been married 41 years. Happy anniversary, Marty. Here's to 41 more. How about that? 40 years, Marty and Bridget. It's an example. We appreciate you guys. We look up to you guys. Basil. Man, I hope I'm saying your name right. I say this every time. I've never known anyone with this name. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Basil. A big shout out to Basil's mom, Diana, for Mother's Day. I love her so very much. She's from London, Ontario, and loves the band Rush. Well, who doesn't? Who isn't from Ontario and loves Rush? Happy Mother's Day, Diana. Is Mother's Day different in Canada? Could be. Whoa, another one from Basil. A big shout out to my sisters, Christina and Helen, and our dog, Louie. They all rock. Well, hell, I believe it, man. A dog named Louie and sisters named Christina and Helen. Good sister names. Whoa, and another Basil shout out. A big shout out to the gal or the guy who invented red wine. Pretty nice stuff. Hey, I'm with you on that triple dip. Basil, appreciate it, homie. Not bad. Harold Dufresne. Harold Dufresne. Oh my God. Harold, I printed this out and I read it right before I went live. And I almost said something about this at the top of the show. And I probably should have. Because I would believe now it's too late. If for any reason Billy Smith is watching the show tonight, I will tell you. Let me read what Harold wrote me, and then I'll talk about Billy Smith. Harold Dufresne shout out to Elvis's cousin, an Elvis Memphis Mafia member, Billy Smith, and his wife Jo and their son Danny. So happy to meet you in Tupelo, and let me convince you to give Clownvis to the Rescue a watch on tonight's show. But if you guys lied to me and you're really not watching tonight, then I take the shout out back and I give it to Corey Cooper. Now that's a well-played shout out, Harold. Now look, let me tell you this, all right, guys? I don't talk about Elvis that much, okay? I realize the similarities in our act, but Clownvis is in no way Elvis or trying to be Elvis. Do you understand? I'm not Elvis. I get the similarities. I get why people call me Elvis. I get you see the jumpsuit, you're singing on stage, singing Viva Las Vegas. He's doing Elvis. I get it. But that's not me, all right? I'm a real guy, Clownvis. But here's the deal. I am, first and foremost, an Elvis historian. I love Elvis. I've read every book, watched every movie, heard every song. I love him. And let me say this, on the record, with 100% clarity and certainty. I have read every book by every account of anyone involved in Elvis's life. Okay? Any Memphis Mafia members, ex-girlfriends, people that worked for him, salacious, tabloid people at the time writing books. I've read them all. And in my mind, I have a very clear and specific way that the story of Elvis went down. All right? After years of reading these accounts, and you can kind of line up what matches up and what you really think what happened with Elvis. And the one thing that I walk away with every single time that I go down that rabbit hole with Elvis, with the Memphis Mafia, with the rise, with the fall, there is one person that is completely innocent, that is completely dependable, that was there for Elvis with no strings attached, and that person was Billy Smith, his cousin. And you can tell when you get the first-hand accounts, when you get Billy's account, when you hear Elvis's account, Billy got the real Elvis. And Elvis, from Billy, got a real friend. A blood relative, but a friend. And if there's anybody in the story of Elvis, in the Memphis Mafia, that deserves to be built into a big gold statue, it's Billy Smith and his wonderful wife, Jill. And I imagine that if for some ungodly reason Billy actually did tune into the show tonight, he would have watched for 3 minutes and said, "What the hell is this?" And I wouldn't blame him. It's a different world. But Harold, I would love to hear more about that. I love Billy Smith more than anybody. Sorry to go off on that tangent, but I am such a fan. When you read one of these Elvis books, first-hand account from Billy Smith, there's a few of them, compilation books and ones that he wrote himself. It brings tears to your eyes in a way that nothing else in that saga does, all right? I'm not saying everybody was a snake. I'm not saying everybody had their own best interest in mind, but I'm saying that Billy Smith is just he's the perfect guy. The perfect cousin, the perfect little brother, whatever you call him. I'll move on. Harold, go meet Billy again and tell him how much I love him specifically. We got a lot of shout-outs, so I can't keep talking about Billy, but I would. I want to meet him. Bonzo Blanzino. I'd like to use this platform to bring awareness to a serious issue: parking cone mental health. Too often, I see cones coming out of work abandoned by society. Sometimes out of desperation, these formerly productive members of society become so despondent, they throw themselves off bridges. They jump into traffic. Please, adopt a cone and save a life. And maybe find yourself in the process. Bed knobs and broom handles. From Harold Dufresne again. Harold Dufresne, shout out to the biggest rat I know, Ken Treadway. Ken would rat you out in a second for a piece of cheese, has crappy tasting beers, and drowns all his food in ketchup, making it inedible. But we still love him and are glad he's part of the Clownvis community. Well, that turned around quick. I thought Harold was going for the kill. I hope he has a great Monday. Harold Dufresne again, shout out to Triple Dippin'. It feels so right to triple dip just for the sole purpose of triple dipping. Thanks, Harold. Bonzo Branzino again, shout out to my amazing, beautiful, intelligent, sexy, funny, loving wife, Laura Holtz, ahead of our 2-year wedding anniversary on Tuesday. I do declare I can float in the air And with some love from above, Don't Caress the Weasel. Bahiga, Ballet Buffet, and Buster Poindexter. Harold Dufresne again. Harold Dufresne shout out to the Tupelo Elvis Festival. We had a great time attending the festival this weekend, and I have to say that every Elvis impersonator I took a picture with on Saturday had positive comments about my Clownvis shirt. The most positive being from Dean Z, saying, I love that shirt. I love that guy. Also, every place I visited and every person I interacted with now has a Clownvis to the Rescue postcard to remind them to watch the show. Harold, thank you, man. Spreading the love. Whoa, another Harold Dufresne shout out to Katrina Katrina McElye, who played Gladys in the Elvis reenactment of him getting his first guitar at the Tupelo hardware store this Saturday. She saw me wearing a Clownvis shirt one night and at one of the Elvis tribute shows, and it come to find out her and her husband both watch Clownvis to the Rescue. Bahiga to them. Katrina, thank you to you and your husband for watching. I want to go down to Tupelo. I was supposed to be there last summer. Supposed to be at the Blue Canoe in Tupelo during Elvis Fest last year. Couldn't go. From the unofficial Clownvis Mafia, throwing out a shout out for the biggest baby in the land, the one and the only, thank heavens for small mercies, Ken Treadway. Why? Because Stockholm Syndrome is a hell of a drug. Bahiga, Ken, please shut the hell up and go the fuck to bed. Wow. Oh, this is a beautiful one. Listen to this. From Vance to Amy Chambers. Happy 6th anniversary to my wonderful wife. You are the perfect love for me. Your beauty enchants me. Your friendship delights me. Your wisdom enlightens me, and your love completes me. I love you with all my heart. That was Vance talking to Amy, not me. I was saying it, but that was Vance talking. Okay. And here we are again with another shout out from my friends. Listen to this one. Shout out from Marty and Bridget. They want to wish Michael Holtz a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bahiga Botswana. Michael Holtz. How old are you, Michael? You're doing good. We're proud of you. Marty's proud of you. Bridget's proud of you. Clownvis is proud of you. Harold Dufresne, again, I almost choked on my own tongue. Harold Dufresne shout out to Vanetta Gregory. When I got home from Tupelo, I had a package from Vanetta, and wow, it was the Clownvis to the Rescue Fun Fan Art Hall of Fame item, the Clownvis Birdhouse. It was number 2 of 3 of them made, with the original at the Clownvis Suite at the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. Thank you, Vanetta. Words cannot express my gratitude. Bahiga! Wow, a bird will be living in my head in front of Harold Dufresne's house. Just put a bird in my mouth and chill, man. I gotta get a little bird from my mouth. Whoa, John Shorney with a shout out. Shout out to all the other weirdos that watch this show. John says, I've been handing out postcards, and generally, I'm pretty good at gauging the individuals, and they smile and giggle, or they're like, what is this silly nonsense? But then some people think I'm playing a joke, and I'm like, no, it's a real show, it's good, and you should watch. And they just look at me. But hey, it's their loss. They don't know what they're missing out on. John, thank you, man. John is talking about, we've sent out a lot of postcards for people to hand out, Clownvis to the Rescue postcards. And believe me, John, I know firsthand more than anybody. When you try to sell Clownvis, you're gonna get some weird looks. It's not for everybody. It should be, We know that. But a lot of people are shallow fools. Should I say that again? A lot of people are shallow fools. Whoa, Harold Dufresne again. Am I dreaming? Another huge shout out to Laura Elizabeth, Kate Cougar Mellencamp, Bonzo Branzino, and the rest of the unofficial Clownvis Mafia, who donated and sent me a huge, awesome box of goodies and gifts. I had tears in my eyes when I opened that box and saw everything in there, and the love and kindness you guys showed, that's something that I'll never forget. I appreciate and love every one of you guys. Bye, Higa. You guys take care of each other out there, don't you? The unofficial Clownvis Mafia takes care of each other. Harold Dufresne dumps a pot of boiling crawfish on his feet. The crew bucks up and sends him a care package. That's what it's all about. From Irish, a shout out to Mogala and everyone at HQ. And Monster has a woof woof shout out to Dino. Thank you, Monster. Mogala from Irish. I love your guys' names. From Christopher Onzo, shout out to my longtime friend and my partner in crime, Anthony Lombardi, who got me my very own King's Cup to enjoy whiskey while watching Clownvis to the Rescue every Sunday and Wednesday on YouTube.com. Bahiga, brother, put it up. Clank it. Clank it. Clank it. Laura Holtz has a shout out. Laura Holtz wants to give a shout out to her rad son, Mika. Mika brought a stack of Clownvis to the Rescue postcards to school, and giving them out to other clueless teens, that's a goddamn blessing. After all, we all know, I believe the children are the future. Mika knows what's up. He knows what's up. A high school kid taking Clownvis to the rescue postcards to school, passing them around, putting himself in danger. Principal's probably like, what is this? Well, the principal better figure it out, because it's Clownvis to the Rescue, and it's a good program. Thank you. Laura and Mika. Whoa, another one from Laura. Shout out to Max Sabbath for a coherent and a sober segment. Felt like I was watching Meet the Press. It was surreal watching Clown Daddy as the straight man trying to rein him in. Pure chaos. We loved it. Ronald Osborne is great, but there can only be room for one subversive clown prince in my heart. Well, Laura, thank you so much. As soon as this show's over, I am going to Google subversive. What does that mean? I like to be whipped? I'm not subversive. I'm domineering. Hey, another one from Laura Holtz. Shout out to my special lady friend, Kate Cougar Mellencamp. She's down to get lit. Don't take no shit. And has an ass that won't quit. Oh, I see. It's a poem. The Cougar abides. Bahiga. Wow, and speak of the devil. Kate Cougar Mellencamp. Look at this. Shout out from Kate McGlone to Bonzo Branzino and Laura, who cannot seem to stop spoiling me. I love my new bar stools. They really tie the room together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kate McGlone again. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler, you're the bee's knees. I hope you had fun at the beach today, and I hope you enjoy Clownvis to the Rescue. Kate McGlone again. Goosh. Yeesh. Hey, Clown Daddy. Thought I should add a little backstory to my anonymous friend. His identity was stolen. Like his whole personality was sucked out. Name gone. He's been renamed something he's ashamed of, and therefore stays anonymous as possible. I'll tell you more next week. To be continued. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I am ready to push up my sleeves, get out that magnifying glass, and pretend to be Encyclopedia Brown. I'm going to figure out what the hell you're talking about, Kate McGlone. Hey, here's a good one from Amy Chambers. Shout out to Vance. 7 years ago today, we had our first date, and my life has changed forever. You are the best husband that I could ever hope for, and I love you. Happy 6th wedding anniversary. That's so sweet, isn't it? I love weddings. Whoa, Ken Treadway. Dearest Clownvis, I've heard it on good authority that you are actually Harold Dufresne. Can you please confirm that for the rest of us? Glad you had a nice trip to Tupelo. Please send the lovely Miss Dufresne our regards. Ken, I'm this close to calling you a stupid son of a bitch. This close. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, Ken. I just think it's asinine to... Why would... What do you mean? Ken, how do I know you're not Harold Dufresne? You can't just... Why would I not be me? First of all, set up a case as to why I'm not me and I would be somebody else. And why the hell this Cajun guy with injured feet from crawfish would be me. Ken, I know you're a baby with limited mental capacity. Your front lobes are still forming. Your brain, your skull is actually soft on top because your skull is still forming together, so your little brain has a little give to grow. What I'm telling you to do, drink milk, take long naps, and let that brain grow. Let that skull harden, Ken. Nobody wants to call you a dumb son of a bitch. Why would you want anyone to even have to consider that when they flip through the things that they could call you? You're a sweet baby with a soft skull and a forming brain. You gotta take care of it, okay? Milk. Formula. Oh, here's a good one from... Little Aaron de Guzman. Aaron, we're such big fans of you here. The fact that you make a shout out is exciting. Listen to this. Aaron says, I want to give a shout out to you, Clownvis. That's me. For everything you do. You are a huge inspiration to me. Keep rocking the boat and making those waves, baby. The future is your oyster. Or your clam bake. And your little baby sea monkey. Swimming all the way to the top of that sea. Aaron Guzman with the metaphors involving sea monkeys, involving oysters, involving clams. I'm hungry. I want to swim. Aaron, I appreciate you. All right? Let's have a clam bake. I want to. I don't eat clams. I don't eat saltwater creatures. I might eat a saltwater fish, but I don't even want to. Whoa, another one from Aaron. I want to give you another shout out, Clownvis. Aaron says, thank you for liking my cover of your song and playing it at the beginning of your show. I feel like I have found friends with you and the gang, and it is the best. I would love to give a shout out to the gang too. Glad I found you all. Aaron, listen closely. You're in the gang, all right? You're in the goddamn club, okay? Come on up to the treehouse. Have a smoke. You're part of the gang. Aaron, little Aaron Guzman. Make sure you're following Aaron on Instagram. I'll say that 100 times because she delivers. She posts a lot and she posts good stuff. Aaron, little Aaron, drop your Instagram in the comments and I will not tell you what to do anymore. Everybody loves the opening song though. We're almost done with shoutouts, but let me remind you guys what we're talking about. When I say little Aaron in that opening song, that's what I'm talking about. We love it. We love the song. We love your voice. We love the vibe. We're vibe catchers, you know? Native Americans used to use dream catchers. Clownvis to the rescue. We put our hands like butterflies and we go like this. And we just catch vibes. If there's any vibes out there, we try to flutter them in our way. Little Aaron, you caught the vibe. Lauren Edwards, good to hear from you, Lauren. Lauren wants to give a shout out to Ken Treadway. You are super important to us, despite being a talking man baby. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and enjoy the week ahead. You seem like such a nice boy. I can't wait to squeeze you in St. Louis. Wasn't that an old Rodgers and Hammerstein, Squeeze Me in St. Louis? Laura Edwards once again. Shout out to Clownvis. I'm Clownvis. I'm so excited to see you. I've never been to St. Louis before, and I couldn't ask for a better reason to go. See you in July. Lauren, come on to St. Louis. Meet you there. We'll have a time. We'll have a laugh. We'll look at those big golden arches that go across the river. That kind of party. Hey, check it out. A couple more shout outs. No way. Look at this. From Emily Fink. Did you hear the news about the big salad race this weekend? The lettuce was ahead of the tomato. The lettuce was ahead, and the tomato was trying to catch up. All right, I know that was a bit stale, but I hope at least it got a chuckle out of your BFF, our resident ketchup connoisseur, dear Ken Treadway. Ken, did that make you laugh? Ken, does it make you laugh when we tell jokes about salads and ketchup and lettuce and stuff? I believe that does make you laugh. Because your small, unformulated brain, you just like colors and stuff. I could show the letter W, and Ken would get excited because he's a baby. Babies like that letter. And look at this, Jake Fink. Whoa, back to back from Emily and Jake. Last shout out. Jake Fink wants to give a shout out to Kenward Treadwin for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Just a shout out to Kenward. Good night and good luck. Hey, if you want to make a shout out on Wednesday night's show, do yourself a favor and make it happen. All you got to do is send a $5 or more shout out of a donation to the Venmo. Sometimes I go off the rails. Hey, if you want to make a shout out on the next live show, that's next Wednesday night. It's easy. All you got to do is send a $5 or more donation to Venmo at Clownvis or PayPal ClownvisRescue@gmail.com. We're going to make all your shout out dreams come true. A lot of people wonder why. Well, because shout out. Because shout out. Whoa, 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 what a time to be alive, experiencing things in 2021. Wow. 2021. Hard to believe. It's 2021. 2021. I don't know how we got here. When I was, we're wrapping it up, but one moment ago, I was singing a song, and I wanted to rhyme something with, I think the word 5, and I wanted to say 2005. First I want to say 95, 2005, and then I realized 2021, what the hell? Hey, don't forget, go to Red Flag STL, get your tickets for the big Clownvis to the Rescue. I'm sorry, it's not Clownvis to the Rescue. Clownvis Returns. First live show back. And ladies and gentlemen, you have 1 hour and 28 minutes before this sale closes. Do yourself a favor. Go to clownvistotherescue.com. Pre-order this shirt in any cut you want. It's that easy. I want to say thank you to my man Eddie Spaghetti. Make sure you're following the Supersuckers with everything they do and catch up on everything they've done for the last 100 years. I love you. I want to be with you longer, but I gotta wrap it up. Clownvis. Botswana. I love you guys. And I am here to rescue you. Thanks for making the comments. Make sure you're subscribed and you like the channel. See you next time.